If you run a $1 million to $6 million business, your calendar's lying to you. In fact, most of the guys that I see at this level, they've got so many things that they have to cover that the calendar's almost worthless. If you audited your schedule or do something in step number one that I'm gonna tell you down here, probably the most terrifying thing you could ever do, you probably find yourself stuck in meetings you're not supposed to be in, dealing with problems where maybe that person should be dealing with that problem himself. Or what I see the most is you're just out there solving everyone else's emergencies because you haven't built up any processes. And the strangest thing, when you really go through this, if you just step away and put some of these guardrails in place, what you'll magically find is that the company doesn't burn down. And a lot of these guys, if you kept them on for a reason, they tend to figure it out. So for as long as you're readily available to solve everyone else's emergencies, they're going to let you solve them. Does that make sense? If that feels uncomfortably true, stay with me. I'm going to give you 5 specific moves that will help you unblock the calendar, help you take back your time. And really, I promise you, like Jack and the magic beanstalk, you're going to put these little beans in your hands, plant it in the ground, and this gigantic bean of success and business operations is going to grow around you. And I've done this now. I started this in 2016, I think, the first one I'm going to tell you about. And I have made more money, gotten more done, and done less from a tactical perspective. So follow me to the end and let's listen through this. All right, how do you fix it? Look, step number 1. Also, I've got this as a 1-pager. If you want a copy of it, just leave me a comment. I'll send you a PDF. You can run through the action steps yourself or just take some notes as we're going along in the video. But step number 1, listen to me now. Let's see if I can get some dramatic pause on this thing. Turn off your notifications. And what do I mean? I mean, like, let's see if I could show you my phone. Okay, let's see if it captures that. Do you see in the little mail on the top right there? There are no little red dots, right? I have one little red dot on my calendar because I set one reminder for a personal event that we're going to talk about in blocking off and setting up kill zones. And then also I have the red dot on the settings because Apple has become nefarious about not letting us get rid of those things. So turn off your notifications. Let me tell you why this started for me. I took over a sales operations department in 2016, and that was a department of 23 people. And I had offices in Sydney, Tokyo, Dublin, and Denver. So in the tech world, I guess in any world, this is called a follow the sun model of tech support. Now, what that means is that 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. There was like a weird gap on Saturday, I think. So by Sunday, it's already Monday for Asia. Does that make sense? So if I had notifications on my phone, it would constantly blow up. So I found some bottlenecks that the prior director did. I appointed new leaders in those regions and I set up these core values and swim lanes. And I told them with confidence, listen, if you can tell me why you made a decision and it aligns with our core values and within these parameters, I will always have your back. And that the CRO came after my manager in EMEA one day because there was a kind of a small data slippage. Oh, that's sensitive nowadays, so I won't name any names. But I remember he walked into my office because it was all dramatic and everyone knew because EMEA was in their afternoon when we're coming in the morning. And I told him, I said, Dave, if you're thinking about firing her, you got to fire me first. So anyway, my point is set these parameters in place and meet it. But I told those managers, up to about 8 p.m. my time, you can text me, and then or up to about 8 p.m. my time, you can call me, and then any emergencies of 10, you could text me. But my point is, they knew how to get a hold of me. So now that's 9 years, almost 10 really, where I haven't had work email on my phone. And it's a little bit easier to do this in giant companies like the $700 million space. But now I'm at a $100 million company, and it still freaks them out. They'll look at me like, what do you mean you don't have your work email on your phone? I'm telling you, nothing good comes out of having a work email on your phone. Real emergencies, people should call you. Real emergencies, your trusted lieutenants or generals should be texting you. And just, again, the strangest thing happens. The work is there tomorrow. But, we're going to have to cover that another day. I want you to try this. And you got to do it for more than a week because anybody can not drink for a week. You know what I mean? So turn off your notifications. Just start there. Go into the iPhone, look for the settings, turn off mail notifications, social media notifications. You want your business world to be a go fetch world, not a push notification world is what that was changed to. Does that make sense? Okay. Number 2, This one feels a little loose, but if you do it honestly, it'll be valuable to you. I want you to audit your last week. I walk business owners through this one. I have a tough time relating to it now myself, just because my calendar will look abysmally empty sometimes, unless I put something on there I want to, for personal reasons. But really go through your calendar, and we can do this together. If you ever want to work together, reach out in the comments, find an email. We can set up the Reset Your Leader, your leadership reset program. But be real honest and go through your actual meetings that you were invited in. And anything with more than like 15 people on it, I almost guarantee you don't need to be in it. But anything that has more than 4 people in it, I'd really question it. In fact, here is a good example. I say I can't relate to it. I'm just so used to doing this now that I do it automatically. We're in some product rollout, some new big thing happened. There was like 20 people on the invite. This is for the $100 million company. And the 2 guys that I work for were also in there. And I was talking to someone and she was like, "Do you want to be on this?" I was like, "Heck no, man. I don't want to be on that thing. I've got Josh on it." So, trust the people that work for you. And if you don't, why do they work for you? But don't get in the habit of getting in these meetings. And I know that I'm making some of you nervous right now, but I promise you, you gotta start with me. And I didn't put this one into the actual action items here. But between the audits and turning off your notifications, I want you to try something. Go into your office, and for the first 2 hours, again, I know that this is going to sound crazy, but for the first 2 hours, do not open up email. And look, everyone has an excuse as to why they're different. I promise you, I've worked for $40 million companies, $700 million companies. It's the same problems. This stuff will work for you. Tim Ferriss had some stupid idea a long time ago. He's like, put in this autoresponder. I only check my emails twice. I'm not saying do that. Don't be a tool bag. Don't be like peacocking. Look at me. What I'm saying is just don't check your emails for the first 2 hours. When I had that team of 23, I made it a point to walk around to every one of them. "Hey, good morning, Fiona. How are you doing? Hey, good morning, Jessica. How you doing?" In the smaller team I've got now, I still do the same thing. I'll walk down the hall. "How you doing?" And I will do different things for the first 2 hours. And this is going to sound irresponsible, but stay with me. I'll journal. I will work on creative things. If I have a board slide deck that I'm working on, I'll work on those slides. I'll go for a walk. And again, I'm not talking about you're winning your morning. That stuff is even before stepping into the office. So on those turning off notifications and in auditing your last week, carve out those first 2 hours to not be on digital responsiveness. And if you're in this car dealership environment, like this $1 million, $2 million mechanic shop I was talking about, it will still work. Meet with your engineers, meet with your service manager, go talk to some customers in the lobby. Man, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Just get out of fire drill mode for 2 hours, and then the remaining 6 to 8 hours of your day will feel incredible. Okay, number 3, block the non-negotiables first. All right, that whole thing I was saying before this really was point number 3. I feel silly now. But block the non-negotiables first. Make it a habit to not go into your emails the first 2 hours of the day. So, non-negotiables. Spend time with your management. Hear things in person. Make phone calls. When I had my managers in EMEA and APAC, in the morning, I could come in and EMEA's winding down their day. Well, I could get on Zoom back then or FaceTime or whatever, or Teams nowadays, but I could get on there and just talk with her for a little bit. So block off the non-negotiables. Think about creativity and in-person connection. That's really where number 3 wins. Okay, number 4, put guardrails up. And this one, again, will make a lot of people anxious. And I don't mean guardrails up by like what you accept or not. What I'm saying is decide what your work day is going to be. I've got 2 kids right now and a third one on the way. I choose that when I close my laptop, when I'm done with work for the day, I'm done with work. On a rare emergency, like revenue impacting emergency, like you're paying $500 for paid ads and one of your links is dead, go fix it. But otherwise, leave work at work. And again, I always go, the best thing that ever happened to me was that $40 million operation when I had the 23 people in Sydney, Tokyo, Dublin, and Denver. I just had to let things go or it all was going to fall apart. So decide what your parameters are going to be, get to work early, be diligent about what you do, and then leave it on the table when you're done. Go to the gym, go work out, get prepped to come back to the chaos of your home so you could be the leader at the home too. Does that make sense? And I know you guys are looking at me like, man, screw this guy. This guy's nuts. But if you try, it will change your life. Number 5, institute kill zones. This goes back to kind of what I was saying when that guy asked me if I wanted to be a part of this call, and I was like, dude, heck no. I said, and I'm honest with these guys. We're evaluating a new piece of software, and I do think that it'll make their lives easier. But I'm like, look, dude, I'm not gonna be the admin of this. And if you don't want to be the admin of it, it's probably not gonna work. So, be honest about what you're actually gonna get done. What I say in the Institute kill zone is identify meetings or tasks that simply don't need to exist. Our CEO, someone resigned, a key player resigned. I took over her department. Our CEO was like, let's set up a meeting every morning. Whoa. I freaking hate those things. But look, I work for CEOs, and when CEOs want something, instead of saying no, you deliver it for 30 days robustly so that they don't want it anymore. And that's exactly what we did. But I knew right away. I went into my team. I told them what this evolution is going to be. I told them it's going to be annoying. And I said, but we're going to do it, and we are going to over deliver, and we're going to do it for 30 days. I ended up closing that down after 30 days, but I was able to do that because I over delivered. But when you get experience in these things, you know what's not necessary. So find the things that you know don't need to exist and get rid of them. Tell your senior leaders to work out get well plans. This is a military term, but you can use it. Tell them to work out the get well plan and present it to you in emails. In the Air Force, they use a bottom line up front. I hate all the acronyms, but this one's kind of useful. So I've adapted that in my corporate world where I'll just tell them main point right at the top. We saw so-and-so happen with these shipments. It's going to cost us $100,000. We expect that we can resolve it by next month. Here's who it impacts the most. And then some amplifying data, some bullet points down there, but just find ways so they can consolidate some of this stuff. And then when you have your one-on-ones, there's a video I've got about how to run your one-on-ones. You can unpack these a little bit more or have your team expand a little bit on some of these things. Does that make sense? The unexpected truth is that the more meetings you decline as the owner, the more that's going to get done around you. I promise you, it's crazy. Let some things go. Let go of the death grip. And then all of a sudden, this talent that you have on board will come up with creative ideas, and you didn't have to do everything. If you like this video, I want you to like and subscribe. If you want to do a leadership reset with me, reach out to me in the comments. We'll connect on email or go to my website and click the Work with Chad button. I'll see you in the next one.